Marriage man.
How you going? I'm Marriage Man, and welcome to this week's episode of Marriage Man. On today's show, we were planning to plan a kid's birthday party, but unfortunately we had a few accidents making the show. By the way, I hope you kiddies are tuned in today and that you're all up and about and out of hospital by next weekend. We just have to work on the exploding piñata idea. But that gives us a great opportunity today to work through some of the viewers' letters that have been building up since the show commenced. Did you know every week we receive cries of help from all over the globe from husbands wanting to know some of my secrets to help their marriages? So how about we get in the shed and see if we can help some of the fellas out, eh? Check out this mailbag, eh? Let's see if we can get through some of these today. This first one is from Jay Johns from Chorleywood, England. Dear Marriage Man, just want to say how much we appreciate your telecast. I fancy myself as a bit of a cook, and I've recently bought a barbecue so I could cook like an Australian. And after a few efforts, I'm having trouble cleaning my plate. Being Australian and all, I was wondering if you could tell me the best way to clean a barbecue plate. Well, this is a great one to start with, isn't it? How about we go and have a look? Well, Jay, there's many myths about the best thing to clean a barbecue plate, ranging from half a lemon to old newspaper, but nothing comes even close to what I've found works wonders. Check it out. That's right, liquid degreaser. Now, I know you normally use this stuff for cleaning out the oil in your Monaro's engine bay, but I've found this is perfect for cleaning up bacon grease and dead animal fat. The great thing is you're bound to have some in your shed at home. Now when you use this stuff, Jay, you're really going to taste the difference in your meat. And if it's not to your liking, here's a great Aussie cooking tip for you. Lemon pepper. This stuff is gold. Well, this one sure is a pretty one. Cy from Orlando, Florida says, Dear Marriage Man, just want to say thanks for the show. I think I must be your biggest fan. My favourite part is when you wink and say hi to your wife for me. Say hi to your wife for me, Cy. Cy asks, I couldn't help but notice on your show that every week your overalls are always white and clean. I mostly wear black because I always find the white so difficult to keep nice and fresh. And after watching your show, I wanted to tell my wife how to do it. Well, I must say, Cy, getting your wife to wash your clothes is a bit old school, isn't it? How about I show you how to do it? Come on, let's go. Now, Si, I always like to wash my overalls in a little bit of Dulux Wash and Wear Sealing White. You're bound to have some of this in your shed. All you do is grab yourself about half a cup. Now, you just add a little bit onto the stain, chuck it in, pour the rest in with your whole wash. Now, Si, make sure you use the water-based stuff because the oil-based paint will wreck your machine. And sometimes your shirts might come out a little bit stiff. But putting up with the stiff shirts will be nothing compared to the shine that you're going to get. Wow, this letter even came with a CD. Brian from Borkham Hills writes, I have a 28-year-old son who looks like a Wookiee. Can't get him to remove his facial hair. I really think if he worked harder at looking like Luke Skywalker, he might have more of a chance of finding a girl and finally leaving home. Can you help? Well, Brian, I sure can help, and I've got a great tip for you today. Come on. Now, there's a lot of talk these days about laser removal and lotions, but I found Yates Extra Strength Weed and Feed will do the job. All you have to do is splash a little on his face once a day for, say, 2 weeks. Guaranteed nothing will grow on his skin again. In fact, this has worked wonders for me. You'll have your Wookiee son looking like Luke Skywalker in no time. Phil from Inglewood writes, Dear Marriage Man, love the show, have watched every episode and have even shown some of them in my church. I live with 4 women and sometimes after a big weekend I have to clean up. Can you give me some more cleaning tips? Well, Phil, sounds like you've got your work cut out for you, but I've got some top tips for you today that are going to make you a hit with your wife and kids. Come on. First Worst of all, Phil, when you have to do that all-important dusting, I've found this works a treat. Get hold of your feather duster, attach it to your high-speed drill, voila, the Marriage Man Turbo Duster. Phil, this will send all your dust flying. Here's another handy little tip for you, Phil, in case you have any nasty spillages. What I've got here is my orbital paint sander. And all you have to do is remove the sanding pad and stick on a couple of these kitchen bench wipes. Look at that, looks like they're made for the job, eh? This should clean up all your big weekend spills. And Phil, here's my final top cleaning tip. I'm really excited about this one. When you've had a big party, there's nothing like giving your wooden floorboards a nice polish. But tell me, who's got a floor polisher in their cupboard? So what I've done is taken my trusty Victor mower and I fitted this floor mop to the mower blades. This little beauty will give you a mirror finish every time. That's it for today's show, fellas. Thanks for tuning in, and thanks to those viewers for your letters which made today's show possible. On next week's show, we might see if we can follow in Jay's footsteps and I can teach you a thing or two about cooking. It's going to be great. Remember, until then, I'm Marriage Man. Say hi to your wife for me.
Marriage Man.